The Ring of the Nibelung from Richard Wagner. The prehistory. The supreme god Wotan seeks the power of the world. He changes the natural order and is from now on bound to the laws which he has set up. As a sign of his power, he has Valhalla built, created by the giants Fasolt and Fafnir, and promises them the goddess Freya as their reward. The Rhinegold. The Nibelung Alberic has stolen the Rhinegold from the Rhine daughters. From it he has forged a ring that gives him power, under the condition that he renounces love. Wotan has had the demigod Loge look for an alternative payment for the giants, for his wife Fricka has forbidden him to trade with her sister Freya, since she, as goddess of youth, secures eternal life for the gods. When Loge tells of the legendary ring, the giants now want the ring as payment. Wotan and Loge descend to the kingdom of the Nibelungs and steal the ring from Alberic. They also steal the camouflage helmet for him, which Alberic's brother Mime had forged. Alberic curses the one who possesses the ring. Wotan wants to keep the ring and offer the captured gold to the giants, but the giants want the power and insist on the ring. The mysterious Erda appears and warns Wotan of the curse of the ring. He then pays Fasolt and Fafnir with the ring and the magic helmet. When Fasolt takes the ring in his hands, Fafnir slays Fasolt. Fafnir transforms into a dragon with the help of the magic helmet and moves into a cave with the ring. Auxiliary information. Wotan wants the ring back, but he is not allowed to steal it from Fafnir himself, as he is bound by his own laws. He secretly begets with the wise Erda the brother and sister Sieglinde and Siegmund. Siegmund is to steal the ring from the dragon Fafnir for him with the help of a sword. One day, Sieglinde is kidnapped by Hunding. Wotan finds her and deposits a sword in her house. The Valkyrie. Years later, Siegmund finds Sieglinde at Hunding's, who has kidnapped and married her. Siegfried finds Wotan's sword there, begets a child with Sieglinde in Hunding's house, and flees with the pregnant Sieglinde. Hunding confronts him as he flees, and a duel ensues. Wotan orders his daughter and Valkyrie Brunhilde to support Siegmund in the duel. But Wotan's wife Fricka forbids him to do so out of jealousy, because Wotan had fathered Siegmund with another woman. Afflicted, Wotan orders Brunhilde that Siegmund must die in battle, but Brunhilde does not comply. Nevertheless, Siegmund must die in the duel, as Wotan intervenes with his spear. Brunhilde packs up the debris of Siegfried's sword and now flees with Sieglinde. She sends the pregnant Sieglinde into the forest to hide from Wotan. Wotan confronts Brunhilde. As punishment, she loses her status as god, and he puts her into eternal sleep. At Brunhilde's request, a fire is set around the sleeping place for protection, which only a hero can overcome. Auxiliary information. Sieglinde meets Mime in the forest. She dies at the birth of her son and asks him to raise her child, to name it Siegfried, and to give him the shattered sword in manhood. Siegfried. Mime has raised Siegfried. In vain he tries to forge the sword together. Wotan visits Mime and prophesies that Siegfried can defeat the dragon if he possesses the sword. Mime now also wants the ring. Mime tells Siegfried about the dragon, but does not mention the ring. His plan is to have Siegfried kill the dragon first and then poison him and get the gold himself. Siegfried now forges the sword himself and manages to kill the dragon with the power of Notung. Some of the dragon's blood falls on his hand. As he licks it, he can suddenly hear birds. A bird tells him that Mime wants to poison him. Siegfried then slays the unloved stepfather. The bird tells him about Brunhilde, the beautiful woman who sleeps guarded by fire. Siegfried hurries to the Valkyrie rock. There Wotan is waiting for Siegfried. Siegfried enters into conversation with the stranger and recognizes Wotan as the one responsible for his father's death, and destroys Wotan's spear with his sword. Now Wotan is powerless and leaves the rock. Siegfried passes through the fire and reaches Brunhilde, and the two experience an ecstatic night of love. The Twilight of Gods. Siegfried wants to set out for new deeds and gives Brunhilde the ring, whose meaning he does not know, as a pledge for his return. Brunhilde learns that without the ring the gods are doomed, but she's not willing to give away her love pledge. Siegfried, meanwhile, has arrived at the castle of the Gibichung in Gunther's kingdom. His half-brother Hagen, the son of Alberic, also lives there. He wants the ring and plans to use Gunther. He promises him the beautiful Brunhilde. They give Siegfried the potion of forgetfulness. He forgets Brunhilde and falls in love with Gunther's sister Gudrune. Gunther and Siegfried become blood brothers, and Siegfried wants to help him to Brunhilde. By means of the camouflage helmet, he transforms himself into Gunther and walks through the fire to get to Brunhilde. There, in the guise of Gunther, he consummates the marriage and takes the ring away from her. Siegfried takes Brunhilde with him, and unnoticed, Siegfried and Gunther exchange roles. Siegfried hurries them back to Gudrune. When Gunther takes Brunhilde to his castle, Brunhilde cannot believe her eyes when she sees Siegfried at Gudrune's side. When she also sees the ring on Siegfried's hand, everything is clear to her and she wants to take revenge. She tells of the night of love. Gunther is horrified by the betrayal, but Siegfried denies everything. Gunther is left with doubts. He decides with Hagen and Brunhilde to kill Siegfried and disguise it as a hunting accident. Brunhilde reveals that Siegfried's back is vulnerable. On the hunting trip, the cunning Hagen gives Siegfried wine with a powder to drink at a rest. Siegfried forgets himself and tells of the night of love with Brunhilde. Hagen stabs Siegfried in front of Gunther's eyes. The dead Siegfried is brought to the castle. Hagen wants the ring as a reward. Gunther denies him his wish and Hagen slays Gunther. He wants to take the ring from Siegfried's hand, but in death Siegfried's hand stretches. Hagen retreats. Brunhilde takes the ring from Siegfried's hand and throws it back to the Rhine maidens in the Rhine. She burns Siegfried's body and rides into the fire. Hagen jumps into the water to get the ring and drowns. The water overflows its banks, and in the distance Valhalla is seen on fire. Triumphantly, the Rhine maidens hold the ring in their hands.